Good morning, all. Let us see the next example of change into polar coordinates and evaluate the integration. Integration from 0 to infinity, e raised to minus x square plus y square dx dy. Now, as both the limits are in constant form, so take, and both the limits are same, so take, and there are dx dy differentials are given, so one limit is for x values and another limit is for y values. So take x equal to 0, x equal to infinity, y equal to 0, y equal to infinity. X equal to 0 means y axis, and x equal to infinity means your upper unbounded area, that is your x equal to infinity straight line. So for sake of having common area or shaded region, take this line as a take this line as a x equal to infinity for having the shaded area only, or to check the common region. Then y equal to 0 means x axis and y equal to infinity means upper area. Because y equal to infinity we can't draw that straight line, so imagine that y equal to infinity means the upper end. So for sake of our convenience, take this line as a y equal to infinity and this as a y equal to x equal to infinity. So now what is the common region? So x equal to 0 and x equal to infinity, in between these two lines we have to find the common region, and y equal to 0 and y equal to infinity. So this shaded region is your common area, but it is unbounded at this side and unbounded at upper side also. So now we have to find the limits of r and theta. So here take this strip, this is your strip. This strip is going to infinity, but to the infinity we can't draw that strip, hence only for our sake of convenience stop here the end of that strip. So this is your strip. So what is the theta limits? So this area we have to cover, this shaded area, unbounded shaded area on this side and this side, that is your first quadrant. You can see first quadrant. So at this point the area is started. So at this line theta is 0. When we move this strip from in anticlockwise direction, at this line the area will be covered. So at this line the theta is pi by 2. So the limits of theta are 0 to pi by 2, 0 to pi by 2. Then for r, to this strip, at this point r is here 0 and this end is at infinity because this area is unbounded. So unbounded means this other end is in infinity. So here r is here infinity. We have to take r equal to infinity because this strip is at the infinity we have to take. So at this other end the r will be infinity. So here r is 0, r is here infinity. So the limits for r are 0 to infinity. So 0 to pi by 2 and 0 to infinity. Then put this xy variable equation into r theta variable. So e raised to minus x square plus y square is r square. Then dx dy we have to replace by r dr d theta. Now both the limits are in constant form. So which limit is for outer limit and which limit is for inner limit, inner integration we have to check. So here dr comes first, hence write the r values or r limits for the inner integration. R limits are 0 to infinity, take here for inner integration, and remaining is for outer integration. So solve this integration, double integration. Solve this inner integration, 0 to infinity e raised to minus r square r dr. Take this in bracket and then d theta as it is. So here there is no any integration formula for this. So we are using the substitution formula because this is the difference. There is a product of two terms. One is r and another is exponential function e raised to minus r square. There is a Liet rule. We have studied in 12th standard, Liet rule or product rule in integration. But here LEAT means logarithmic, inverse trigonometric, algebraic, trigonometric, exponential. So this is your exponential E, and R means algebraic because it is not logarithmic, not inverse trigonometric, not trigonometric, not exponential. Hence it is algebraic, that is E. So A comes first and then E. So this is your first and this is your second function. Then LEAT rule is first function into integration of second minus integration of second into derivative of first. But this LEAT rule we can't apply here because integration of v we want. So here integration of e raised to minus r square doesn't exist because in integration e raised to bracket formula is valid when b is equal to first power term only. The term contains only one power. So here b is your r square minus r square and r has the value, r has the power 2. Hence we can't apply the e raised to bracket formula for this. So hence here integration of v doesn't exist by using this LEAT rule. Hence we have to use substitution formula. So here in derivative we can find e raised to r square by using e raised to bracket formula. E raised to bracket derivative is e raised to bracket into derivative of bracket. So e raised to r square derivative is e raised to r square into 2r. But in integration we can't. E raised to r square integration is doesn't exist. We can't apply e raised to bracket formula because there are limitations in integration for bracket formula or for brief formula. B should be contained the term having only one power. The power should be 1. So here r power is, here b value is e raised to b, e raised to r square. So here r square, b value is r square. So r has the power 2. So we can't apply e raised to b formula for this. Hence we have to use substitution formula. So put r square equal to t. So that r square derivative is 2r dr equal to t derivative is dt. So this r dr also exists in this equation. Hence our r square equal to t substitution is correct. The derivative term must be seen in this equation. Then we can say that our substitution is correct. So r dr we can see here. So r square equal to t, it is correct. So r square equal to t. So take this integration in the t variable. So these are the r limits. So put r equal to 0 here, t equal to 0, r equal to infinity, t equal to infinity. So the t limits are 0 to infinity. These limits are for r, we have to convert into t. So t limits are 0 to infinity, e raised to minus t, r square is value t, e raised to minus t, r dr is dt by 2. Now e raised to minus t integration is with respect to t. So now we can use e raised to bracket formula. So e raised to minus t integration is e raised to bracket integration is e raised to bracket upon derivative of bracket in integration. So e raised to minus t integration is e raised to minus t upon minus t derivative is minus 1. So e raised to minus t upon minus 1 into 2 as it is, that is minus 2. E raised to minus t upon minus 1 and 2 as it is from 0 to infinity. So take this minus of outside. So e raised to minus infinity, put the limit e raised to minus infinity minus e raised to minus 0. So e raised to minus infinity, negative power we can't calculate. So convert this in positive. So 1 upon e raised to infinity. Anything raised to infinity is infinity. 1 upon infinity is 0. So 0. E raised to minus infinity is 0. So 0 minus e raised to minus 0 means 1 upon e raised to 0. Anything raised to 0 is 1. So 1 by 1 is 1. So this e raised to minus 0 value is 1. E raised to minus infinity value is 0. So 0 minus 1. So simplifying we have 1 by 2 theta. Then evaluate the outer integration 0 to pi by 2. So d theta integration is theta from 0 to pi by 2. So pi by 2 minus 0 is pi by 2 into 1 by 2, that is 1 by 4, pi by 4. Then next is this. So you can solve this. Only I can explain the how to take the limits. Rest of the double integration you can solve. So here these are in x variable. So these are the limits for y and rest of for x. So x equal to 0, x equal to 2, y equal to 0, y equal to square root. So x equal to 0 is y axis, x equal to 2. X equal to 0 means y axis, and x equal to 2 is your equation of straight line passing through the point 2, 0. Because x equal to a is your general line parallel to y axis passing through the point a 0. So x equal to 2 means passing through the point 2, 0, take the 2, 0 point and parallel to y axis. So this is your x equal to 2. Then y equal to 0 means x axis, y equal to 0 means x axis, and y equal to square root. So we can't draw directly from this equation what is that curve. Simplify this. So y square equal to 2x minus x square, take this minus x square on left side, x square plus y square minus 2x equal to 0. So this is your circle equation, because the general equation of circle is x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0, where center is minus g minus f and radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. This is the formula we have to remember. If the equation is in the form, so this equation, circle equation, is in this form. So find, this is your circle equation. So center is minus g minus f. So here x coefficient is 2g. From that find the g value. So x coefficient is minus 2. So 2g is equal to minus 2. 2g is equal to minus 2 implies g equal to minus 1. So g equal to minus 1. So minus minus plus 1. So center equal to 1 comma f value. F value means y coefficient. Here y coefficient is absent. So take f value is 0. So minus 0 means 0. So here y is not there. Y is absent. Y coefficient or y term is absent. So take 0 directly. Because y coefficient, from y coefficient we can find f value. So here y coefficient is absent. Take f equal to 0. So center is here 1, 0 for this circle, and radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. So g minus g is your this value you can take as a minus g. So g square means g is minus 1. Minus 1 square is 1. Square root of 1 plus f square is 0 square minus c. So here c again constant is absent here. So take 0. So square root of 1 is 1. So radius is 0, 1. So this is your circle. By comparing with this general equation of circle, we get center equal to 1, 0, radius is 1. Center equal to 1, 0. So take this 1 radius, 1 radius, 1 radius, 1 radius and draw the circle. Center is 1, 0 and radius is 1. So here we have to take the common area. So this is your x equal to 0 lower limit, x equal to 2 upper limit. Lower limit of x, upper limit of x. In between these two we get the common region. Then lower y equal to 0 is your lower limit, y limit is lower limit. Y equal to 0 means x axis. So x axis is your lower limit and upper limit is your circle. So here this is your lower limit and this is your upper limit. This straight line is your lower limit, this straight line is your upper limit. This is your lower limit and this is your upper limit. So what is the common part? Half circle. This is your common area. Now take the strip in that common area. So what is the limits for theta? So to cover this area, we have to start here. So at this theta is 0. Moving in anticlockwise direction, that strip goes to this point or this line. We cover the whole area. That is, we cover this half circle. So start at this point, at this point, at this point. At this point theta is 0. Then to cover this area we have to move in anticlockwise direction, and by moving, when we reach at this line we cover the whole area, and at this line theta is pi by 2. So theta limits are 0 to pi by 2. Then for r values, here r value is 0 and this end point is on circle, and this circle equation is x square plus y square minus 2x equal to 0. So solve this in r theta variable to get the r limit, upper limit of r. So here lower limit of r is 0, here upper limit of r is, solve this. So x square plus y square is r square minus 2 as it is, x value is r cos theta, your general formula. Remember this, equal to 0. So simplify this by taking common r. So r minus take the r common and cancel this, we get r minus 2 cos theta equal to 0. So r equal to 2 cos theta. So at this point r is 2 cos theta. So upper limit of r is 2 cos theta. So now theta limits are 0 to pi by 2, r limits are 0 to 2 cos theta. Now convert the equation. Y means r sin theta and square root of x square plus y square means r, dx dy means r dr d theta. Your original formulae. This formulae we are using. So this is your conversion into r theta variables. Now which limit we have to take for the inner integration and rest of the for outer integration. So in these two limits, this limit is constant limit, and constant limit we have to keep always for the outer integration. So keep this here. So 0 to pi by 2 is for outer integration and rest of the for inner integration, and solve the integration. As all the examples I have given you for the assignments, so solve the rest of the example for the assignment. Next is this. I will explain only how to take the limits or how to draw the curve. Rest of the double integration you can solve. So here, next example is change into polar and evaluate. The integration from 0 to 4 y square by 4 to y x square minus y square upon x square plus y square dx dy. So here in previous example, as you can see, simplifying r cube sin theta dr d theta. Now these are for r values. These are the limits for r values. So first evaluate the integration with respect to r, because inner integration limits are r values. So take 0 to 2 cos theta only r cube, because we have to take the integration with respect to r. So take only r terms inside this integration and rest of the outside the integration. So r cube dr. So r cube integration is r raised to 4 by 4 from 0 to 2 cos theta. Put this here, 2 cos theta raised to 4 minus 0 raised to 4 upon 4, that is 16 cos raised to 4 theta sin theta d theta. Simplifying, we have the remaining is outer integration 0 to pi by 2 sin theta cos raised to 4 d theta. So there is no any integration direct integration formula, so use the substitution method. Put cos theta equal to t, so that its integration is minus sin theta d theta, that is sin theta d theta. Again we can see here, hence our substitution is correct. So here put the limits. These are the limits for theta. We have to find the t limits. So put theta equal to 0 and theta equal to pi by 2 here. We get theta equal to 0 cos 0 is 1, theta equal to pi by 2 cos pi by 2 is 0. So we get t limits as 1 to 0. Sin theta d theta is minus dt, cos theta is t raised to 4. So t raised to 4 integration is t raised to 5 by 5 from 0 to 1, that is 1 by 5 minus 0, that is 4 into 1 by 5, that is 4 by 5. Next is this example. So as these are in y variable, so this is the limits for x, so x values, and rest of the for y values. So y equal to 0 means x axis, and y equal to 4 means, so y equal to b. This is the general equation which is parallel to x axis passing through the point 0b. Hence y equal to 4 means this is the equation, straight line equation, equation of straight line passing through the point 0, 4 and parallel to x axis. So y equal to 0, this is your x axis, lower limit of x, lower limit of y, and y equal to 4 means upper limit is straight line. In between these two straight line we can find the common region. Then here x equal to y square by 4. So x equal to y square by 4, simplifying we get y square equal to 4x equal to y square, that is y square equal to 4x, and this is the parabola. So this is the same as y square equal to 4ax parabola, and this parabola, this is your general equation, As this is your general straight line equation, this is also a general equation, remember this. And its nature is, this is the nature of parabola which is open at the right side and passing through the 0, 0 point. So this is the parabola. So y square equal to 4ax, here a value is 1. So this is the, hence this parabola is same as the general parabola, hence its parabola is again the same, nature is same. As we know, y equal to kx is your general equation of straight line, this straight line. So any particular example is given, so y equal to x, this is again same straight line, we can find the same nature. Again this is the equation for this is the straight line for y equal to 2x also, y equal to 3x equation, y equal to 4x equation, etc. y equal to kx. So for all the equations, the nature of the straight line is same. In same manner, y equal to 4ax is the general equation, and here particularly we have given that y square equal to 4x. But nature of the parabola is not changed. Same parabola we have, passing through the origin, open at the right side, this parabola. So here x equal to y square by 4, that is we get lower limit as parabola. So this is your lower limit, and upper limit equal to x equal to y. X equal to y means y equal to x, and this is your straight line. This is same as y equal to kx. Here k value is 1. So this is the straight line passing through the origin and which lies in the first and third quadrant. So this is the straight line. So here y equal to 0 is your lower limit of y equal to 4 is your upper limit, then x equal to y square by 4, that is parabola is your lower limit, and parabola is lower limit, and upper limit is your this. So the common region is, this is your common region, this and this. So draw, take this strip, this is your strip. Now take the theta limits and r limits from this common area. So to cover the common area or shaded region, we have to start here. So at this y equal to x line, theta is always pi by 4. So remember this, because this line is bisect the first quadrant, that is this area and this area is same. So when this area and this area is same, when this line, at this line the angle should be pi by 4, that is 45, because this is your, this first quadrant, that is the 90 degree is the angle, and when we draw the straight line in between these two, that is intersecting this quadrant, so the middle line will be 45 angle, that is this line is your 45, theta equal to 40 pi by 4 angle, pi by 4 line. Hence we have to start here. Here theta value is pi by 4, the lower limit of theta is pi by 4, and when we cover this area, to cover this area we have to reach on this line, and on this line theta should be pi by 2. So the theta, lower limit of theta is pi by 4, upper limit of theta is pi by 2. So theta limits are pi by 4 to pi by 4. Now r value, here r value is 0, and here r value, this end point of this strip is on parabola. So parabola equation is y square equal to 4x. So from this we have to find the r value. So put y square equal to, as y is r sin theta, your formula. So y square is r square sin theta equal to 4 into x value is r cos theta. Formula is your, we have seen in the first lecture. Y is r sin theta and x is equal to r cos theta. These two values we have to put here. Y equal to r sin theta and x equal to r cos theta. Simplifying we get r equal to 4 cos upon sin square theta. So the upper limit of r is 4 cos upon sin square theta. Lower limit of r is 0, upper limit is on pi by parabola. So from parabola we get r value, that is upper limit of r is this. Then convert the whole integration into r theta variable. So now in this this is for theta, these are the for theta limits, and these are for r limits. So in this, here pi by 4 to pi by 2, these are the constant limits, hence these limits we have to take for the outer integration, and rest of the for the inner integration. And the integration is x square minus y square, put x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta. So r square cos square minus r square sin square upon x square y square value is r square, then dx dy value is your r dr d theta. Now simplifying, and first evaluate the inner integration. R integration is r square by 2, then by putting the upper limit and lower limit we get this. That is simplifying, we have cot raised to 4 minus cot square, take cot square common, then in bracket cot square minus 1. So as the integration contains the trigonometric function, so to solve the trigonometric function integration, we must use the formulae, trigonometric formulae. So which formulae? Put this, take this cot square or keep this cot square theta as it is, and replace this cot square theta by this formula. So 1 plus cot square is your cosec square. So cot square means cosec square minus 1. So cosec square theta minus 1, this minus 1 as it is, that is cosec square theta minus 2. Why we are converting this cot square in the cot square which inside the bracket? Because after using this formula for cot square theta, and by using the substitution method, take cot theta equal to t. So cot theta derivative is minus cosec square theta. So our substitution is correct, because after taking the derivative cosec square theta d theta, cosec square theta d theta we can find also in this equation. Hence we are for using the for using the method of substitution, to use the substitution method, we convert the cot square theta into cosec square theta by using this formula, and by using the substitution method we can find the integration of this. And for this integration cot square, there is no any direct formula for cot square integration. So here convert this cot square into cosec square. So cot square is cosec square minus 1. So cosec square theta we know. Cot theta integration we have. Cot theta integration is minus cosec square theta. Hence, cosec square theta integration direct formula we have minus cot theta. We don't have the formula, direct formula for cot square, hence use this formula and convert cot square into cosec square. We have the cosec square formula. Cosec square theta integration is minus cot theta, and simplifying we get the final answer. So here for first integration, for cot square into cosec square theta integration we use the substitution method, and for second integration we use this formula. Again this is the same. In this integration the limits are not given, but the limits are given separately. So you can take this. So y equal to 0 means x axis, and two limits are given. Y equal to 0 means x axis, and this is your circle equation, that is center is use this equation, x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c equal to 0. Compare the given equation with this and find the center, minus g minus f, and radius is square root of g square plus f square minus c. As we have seen how to find the center and radius by using this formula. So see that example and find the center and radius. So here y equal to 0 and the circle, that is your bound. So the common region is this your half circle. So you can find the theta value. Theta here 0 here, and to cover the area we have to reach at this point. So here theta is pi by 2. So theta limits are 0 to pi by 2, and here r is 0 and here this r is on circle. So solve this circle or put the values of x equal to r cos theta and y equal to r sin theta in this equation and find the value of r. That is your upper limit of r, because upper limit of r on this circle and lower limit of r is here. So you can solve this. Here in this example, this is in x value, so these are for y values. X equation means y values and rest of the for x values. So x equal to 0 and x equal to 1. X is equal to 0 means y axis, x equal to 1 means this straight line parallel to y axis passing through the point 1 0. So region in between these two lines. Then y equal to square root means simplify this, we get this circle equation, and by using that 2gx 2fy circle equation, we have center is half 0 and radius is half 0. As this point is 1 0, so this point will be half 0. So this is your lower limit of circle. Lower limit is circle. This is your circle. And then upper limit is also for circle. So this is your y equal to this. So y equal to this means y square equal to 1 minus x square, that is x square plus y square equal to 1. That is your circle equation, center 0 0, standard circle equation, center 0 0, radius 1. Center 0 0, radius 1. So this radius 1, this radius 1, this radius 1 and this radius 1 we have to take and draw the circle. So this bigger circle is your upper limit and this small circle is your lower limit. So we have to take the common region in between these two. So this is your lower limit of x, this is your upper limit of x, and this small circle is your lower limit and big circle is your upper limit. Small circle is your lower limit and big circle is your upper limit. Hence the common region is this. This shaded part is your common region. This is your common region. So now what is the theta values and r values? Here the region is, as this is the rough curve, the region is start from this. The shaded area is start from this, and when we move this strip in this way in anti-clockwise direction, and when we reach at this line, we cover the area. So we start the strip at this point. We can't start this at this point. Just only to see this strip in the diagram, we have to draw in this way. But to move this strip, we have to start at this point. So take this strip at this point, then moving in with the covering the area, shaded area, and when we reach that strip at this point, we cover the whole area. So at this point, theta is, this point is here. So at this point or at this line, the theta is 0, and when we move in this direction and when we reach at this line, we cover the area. So start here, theta is 0, end here, theta is pi by 2. So the limits for theta is 0 to pi by 2. So what are the limits for r? So here you can see, here lower limit of r is on this point and upper limit of r is on this point. So this circle equation is x square plus y square minus x equal to 0. So simplifying in r theta variable, so x square plus y square is r square minus x value is r cos theta. So simplifying we get r cos theta. So the lower limit is r, lower limit of r is cos theta here, and upper limit of this r is on this big circle. So big circle equation is x square plus y square equal to 1. So from this we have to find the r. So we use the formula. So x square plus y square is r square equal to 1. So here r equal to 1. So here at this point r equal to 1, at this point r equal to cos theta. So by using this small circle equation, we get r equal to cos theta. By using this big circle equation, we get r equal to 1. So the limits are cos theta to 1. and theta limits are 0 to pi by 2. Solve this equation. Again this is the same. You can easily solve, or you can recognize easily the common region. You can solve this in assignment. So what is the integration? Again use the substitution method, and again this type of integration we have solved in previous lecture also. So same integration is there, so you can solve easily. Again use the substitution method here. Next is, here we get only straight lines. Y equal to 0 means x-axis, x equal to 0 means y-axis, y equal to 0 means x-axis, y equal to x means straight line, y equal to 0 line, and y equal to x. Then x equal to 0 means y-axis, and x equal to a means this is your x equal to a line passing through the point a0. Take the plot the general point a0. So the shaded region is this, or common region is this, in between these 4 limits or 4 lines. So you can easily solve this example. So here integration is easy because sec theta integration is for formula is available. Sec theta integration is log sec plus tan. So you can easily solve this example also. So this is the change of order into polar. Rest of the examples you can solve to the assignments. Triple integration examples we have solved in previous lecture also. Now next is area of double integration. So here again there are two types to find the area. Area means again we have to evaluate the double integration, but there is a formula for area, so that formula we have to find or we have to remember. So area of double integration, so there are two types, area in the Cartesian form and area in the polar form. So in Cartesian form, if we take the strip parallel to x-axis, strip means scale, you can imagine the scale. If we take the strip parallel to x-axis, then the area has the formula double integration dx dy, and the inner integration limit should be of y variable. And if we take the strip parallel to y-axis, then the inner limits should be in x variable, and we have to take dy dx. So these are two formulae we have to remember for finding the area in the Cartesian coordinates. To find the area means again we have to evaluate the double integration. So the first point, evaluate the double integration in Cartesian coordinates and in polar coordinates. That first two lectures of multiple integration, these lectures are important. The rest of the examples are only we have to remember the formula. So here the area formula just we have to remember. The 70% example is for only evaluating the double integration. So that we know how to evaluate the double integration. Just remember the area formulae, two formulae. So you can take this strip parallel to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. So by seeing that common region in that graph, xy graph, so whichever the strip or which condition is easy to solve the integration, double integration, by seeing that condition you can take strip parallel to x-axis, or by seeing that common region, common area, you can take strip parallel to x-axis or parallel to y-axis. So for parallel to x-axis, here y1 y2 dx dy, and for opposite, for parallel to y-axis, x1 to x2 dy dx. Both formulae, only remember this formula. Rest of the for parallel to y-axis, you can opposite this, take the opposite terms. x axis, for x axis here y1 y2, for y axis here should be x1 x2. For x axis here dx dy we have to take, for y axis we have to take dy dx. Just remember only one formula, you can remember second also. So let's see the example. Find the area of the circle. Standard circle equation is given, x square plus y square equal to a square. So this is your standard circle equation with center 0 0 and radius is a. So by taking distance radius a and a, draw the circle. So this is your circle and we have to find the area of that circle. So we have to find the area of that circle, that is shaded region should be this. But it is easy to find this 1/4 part. What we are doing here, we are finding only area of this part. As there is a symmetry about xy axis, you can see here for this circle rest of the parts are same as this. Hence we only find this part, we only find the area of this part or this region. And when we if we for example you find this area as equal to 2, then what is the area of this whole circle? So 4 into 2, so 8 is the your area of this whole circle. So in this way we have to find the area of whole circle. So just find the area of this 1/4 part and 4 times. So required area of this circle is equal to 4 times 1/4 area. We get the whole circle area. So take this strip parallel to x-axis. You can take parallel to y-axis also. So take this strip parallel to x-axis. Take this strip this. So here as this strip is parallel to x-axis. So what is the rule? This strip is moving from this line to or moving from downward to upward direction. That is the rule of strip parallel to x-axis. So this strip is parallel to x-axis. So how it moves? It moves from lower to upper side, or it is moving from lower to upper side only, not left to right. When strip is parallel to axis, then that strip moves from left to right. Left to right. That is the moving direction of strip parallel to x-axis and parallel to axis. That is the direction of strip or direction of moving strip. So here this strip is parallel to x-axis, so it moves from downward to upward direction. So here to cover this area, we have to take this strip on this line and move from downward to upward direction. When we reach at this point, we cover the whole area. We have to start at this point, take this strip on this line, start to cover the area and move the and simultaneously move that strip also. And when we moving that strip from this line to in upward direction, and when this strip reach at this point, we cover the that area. So start at this and end at this. So what is the, and when this strip is parallel to x-axis, the moving direction is from downward to upward direction. And from downward to upward direction, which limits we get? Y limits we get. So from moving strip or moving direction, we get the y limits, and at the end points of that strip, we get the x limits. So these are the rules. Already we have studied this type of rules in change of order in Cartesian form. And when this strip is parallel to axis, that is moving from left to right. The moving direction is from left to right. So from left to right, when we move, we get the x limits. That is x equal to 0 here, x equal to this is your 0, 0, 0.1, 0, 0.2, 0, 0.30. So at this point x is 0, at this point x is 1, x is 2, x is 3, x is 4. So from left to right, we get the x limits. So here, when we take the strip parallel to axis, from moving position we get x limits, and at this point, at the end of the strip, we get y limits, because this is the point and this is the upper point, lower point and lower direction point and upper direction point, that is from lower to upward direction we get the y limits, and from left to right, we get the x limits. That is the rule, fixed rules. So here at this line, what is the value of x? Here x is 0. At this line, x is 0. And when this strip is moves and reach at this point x is 0 here. But you can see here, from downward to upward direction, this line, we have to start the shaded region curve at this point, at this line on x-axis, and moving, when we reach at this point, we cover the area. So at this point we get the lower limit of y, and at this point we get the upper limit of y. So at this point, upper limit of y is a, and at this point lower limit of y is, so at this point y value is always 0, because on x-axis all the values of y are 0. It is the rule. You can see on x-axis, this is your x-axis, this is your 0, 0 point, y 0, this is your on x-axis 1, 0 point, 2, 0 point, 3, 0 point. So these points you can see y value is always 0 on the x-axis. So at this point y value is 0, so lower limit of y is 0. At this point we cover the shaded area, and at this point y value is a, because this point is 0 a. So at this point y value is a, at this point y value is 0. So the y limits are 0 to a. From lower to upward direction, in moving direction of strip, we get the y limits. Then what is the x limits? What are the x limits? At the end points of that strip. So this end point is your lower limit of x, this end point is your upper limit of x. So this end point is on y-axis. On y-axis x value is always 0. Hence lower limit of x is 0. Lower limit of x is 0. So this is your upper limit, because here limits we get from left to right. For x limits, when we move from left to right, we get the x limits. So here we get lower limit of x, here we get upper limit of x. So this strip end is on circle. So on this point we want x value. So and this point is on circle. Circle equation is this. So solve this for x. X equal to square root of a square minus y square. By solving this, we get x equal to square root of a square minus y square. So at this point, at this end, lower limit of x is 0. At this end, upper limit of x is square root of a square minus y square. So this lower limit of x is on y-axis. On y-axis, x value is always 0. And this this end of this strip is on circle. Circle equation is this. Solve the circle for x value, because we want x value here, upper limit of x. So solve this, we get x value, that is upper limit of x is square root of a square minus y square. So 0 to a square minus y square, square root of a square minus y square, and 0 to a. So the constant limits are these. So constant limits are always for, we have to take for the outer limit. So take the 0 to a limit for outer limit and rest of the for inner limit. So 0 to a, 0 to root a square minus y square. So now, and this is your formula. So constant limit for outer limit and rest of the for lower limit. Inner count Constant limit for outer integration and rest of the limits for inner integration. These are the constant limit for outer integration, rest of the for inner integration. And take dx dy as it is. So this is your formula. So first we have to evaluate the inner integration. So now this is your double integration we have to solve. So you can easily solve this. So take the 0 to root 1 a square minus y square. So these are the values of x. Hence first take the integration with respect to x. Solve this integration and then with respect to y. So here dx integration is x. Put the upper limit, lower limit. We get this outer integration with respect to y then. So with respect to y, this is the standard formula. So square root of a square minus x square integration. This is the one of the formula form from nine formulae are there in group of that integration formula. So nine formula group of the integration. This is the one of that formula. So this formula is x by 2 root a square minus x square plus a square by 2 sin inverse x by a. So this formula is standard formula of integration. Apply for a square minus y square. So this is your formula. Put the limits. We get the answer. As this is the integration with respect to y. Hence these are the limits for y. So wherever the y is there, we have to put upper limit equal to a minus lower limit equal to 0 and solve this integration. So this area we have found for the 1/4 part, and we have to find the area of the whole circle. So whole circle area equal to 4 times area of that 1/4 circle. So 4 times pi a square by 4 equal to pi a square. Square units, that is the unit of area. So in next lecture we will see the remaining examples. Thank you.